I have to actually comment on this because it is so infuriating how these people and their behavior and how they're acting and in how absolutely evil it is that they're ruining this family's entire freaking life. And if you have to listen to this because it is so important to understand how wrong this thing is. Okay? So you have Brett Kavanaugh, you got Ford on one side. Now, you have to look at what really happened here. So she reaches out to Feinstein in, I think it's early August. She sends a letter, right? So she expresses something that she's held inside, presumably for 36 years. She takes the step to get in touch with Dianne Feinstein when Brett ends up on the short list. Now, what is her objective? Her objective, and I'm going with the scenario that this actually happened. Let's just go with the scenario that this actually happened. Is to prevent somebody that can do that to another person from sitting at the highest position that you can have in our judicial system, right? So she's saying, hey, I don't want America to be in this position, so I'm going to expose what happened to me with this man. It goes to Dianne Feinstein. She now has the letter in her hand. She now sees what this lady is saying about Brett Kavanaugh. But she says, I don't want this information to get out there. Now, why did she send the letter? She sent it because she wanted Brett to be stopped from getting this job. Because she can't go after him as a criminal because it's 36 years and statute of limitations has passed. So the only thing that she can do is stop him from being in that job, right? Now, Dianne Feinstein has the letter. Apparently, I don't know, maybe she changed her mind between the time that she sent the letter and that Dianne Feinstein has this letter. And she says, no, keep it to yourself. So now you're sitting. Now think about this. If this is true, you have a United States Senator with the information that the next man up for the job of the Supreme Court Supreme Judge is possibly a sexual offender, and she doesn't take it to the Senate. She holds on to it. I mean, it's absurd, right? It's absurd that she would not share this information, whether or not Christine wanted it shared or not. You're talking about one lady's feelings, or whatever we call it, privacy, whatever, against against the interest of the entire country. And she doesn't share it. Now she holds on to it. Now, this information now goes out and leaks into the media. Now you got information that may or may not be true, that is all over the news about this man, Brett, about something that he allegedly did when he was 17. Guess what? As soon as the allegations or accusations go out, guess what? Half of the country believes it, and they judge him, and in their minds, He is now a fucking rapist. Now, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Now, let's assume this is not true. No. Let's imagine this is not true. And you have this man who has an incredible life background with hundreds of people who hold him in the highest regard. That we know is true. We know that's true. Who has lived his life, besides having fun in high school and college, which we all did, but lived his life in an incredible way. Scholar, taking care of women, doing all these things, having the most amazing feedback on who he has been. And now he has to now live his life, the rest of his life, with half of the country thinking that he might be a rapist or are sure that he is a rapist. And he is completely innocent. Now, what the hell was Feinstein doing? What the hell was she doing? Why did she not take that letter immediately to the Senate so the FBI could do the investigation? Do you know why? Because she knew, and everybody knows, that there is no way that you can know after 36 years with the information that Christine gave whether this is true or not. It's impossible. Impossible. And they knew that. That's why they didn't do it. They knew it. So what do? They hold it and they wait, and they know who fucking leaked it because it was done on purpose, and they ruined this guy's life. They fucking ruined his life because we will never know. And I'm talking from the point of view that he might possibly 90 fucking percent be innocent of this shit. Are there people out there? There are people out in this country that walk around right now and they believe 100% they're fucking Jesus Christ. And they will tell you with conviction that they're Jesus Christ. Because in their head, that's what they have made up. And that could be the situation that Christine is in. She could have it in her fucking head that this thing happened. Not one other person on this planet can confirm her story, even though there were fucking 5 or 6 people in that house. Or 4, or whatever it is. None of them remember it. She doesn't remember where the house is. She doesn't know who took her to the house. And she doesn't know how she got out of that house. Away from that property. And apparently that was the most, impactful day of her life. And she doesn't fucking remember anything from it except for the small details in what happened to her. Could it have been somebody completely different? We're talking about 36 years ago. And here we have Brett. He has a calendar of every freaking weekend in that month. And she don't even know what month it was in. I tell you what. These people deserve exactly what happened to him to happen to them. Now look at this guy, Stephen Colbert. It's a nighttime fucking talk show. And this is his fucking behavior against the guy who might possibly, most likely be innocent. Listen to this shit.
Thanks, folks. Please have a seat, everybody. Now, welcome back to our continuing coverage of one of the longest days I can remember. And keep in mind, I've been to a Renaissance fair. So before the break, in the first monologue, we're talking about how Dr. Blasey Ford spoke first. The Senate took a recess. Then it was time to hear from Judge Kavanaugh. And he came out with a well-coiffed head of steam.
This whole 2-week effort has been a calculated and orchestrated political hit, fueled with apparent pent-up anger about President Trump and the 2016 election, fear that has been unfairly stoked about my judicial record, revenge on behalf of the Clintons.
In conclusion, I'll be a non-biased and impartial judge, just an umpire calling balls and strikes secretly being thrown by George Soros and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Steven, how would you feel if half the country thinks you're a fucking rapist? How would you feel if you were innocent and half of the country, and it didn't have to go down this way? It did not have to go down this way. This thing could have been handled in private rooms with the FBI, with none of the public knowing this stuff until they got to the bottom of it. Now, if there was an opportunity or something happened where he did this, then okay, fine. Put it out there. But now, no one fucking knows, and you are fucking making fun of this. I hope this shit happens to you. Disgusting fucking behavior. You fucking pig.
By the way, this testimony is still going on, right? It was still going on when I walked out here. So how did it end? It's over. Okay, it's finally ended. Clearly, Kavanaugh thought he already faced his Senate grilling and was upset he was being subjected to more.
The behavior of several of the Democratic members of this committee at my hearing a few weeks ago was an embarrassment.
Do you think?
But at least it was.
Do you think he's upset because he's being put through this? He's upset because he's being put through this in front of the fucking country where it's about raping women. A guy who has the most impeccable record now has to deal with in front of the fucking country that he's possibly a fucking rapist when it's a 90% chance that he's fucking not.
It's just a good old-fashioned attempt at borking.
Sir, we're here because of accusations of non-consensual borking.
You glib fucking motherfucker. You smug ass fucking bitch. I hope you go down the same fucking way because you're a fucking freak.
Do you know why we're here? I wouldn't.
Yeah, let's program the entire fucking country without proof, without a fucking single piece of proof. Not one fucking single piece of proof, not one corroboration for her story that he's a rapist. Let's spend a fucking 10 minutes and making sure that he fucking suffers some more because you don't agree with whatever his fucking job is.
Please have a seat, everybody. Now, welcome back to...
Anyway, I'm fucking done with this shit. I'm going to tell you right now, these fucking people, this guy, all the other fucking guys, all these people that sat on that fucking bench and sat there and fucking did this shit, they should fucking burn in hell.